very few, in my opinion, are the complete package. I mean, you've got an individual who's written bestsellers. Then you've got an individual that accomplished world records, and then who inspires millions to go on this journey, this Everest. He is the total package, which is why I brought him not just once or twice, but a few times now to different events that I'm part of. And I'm bringing him into my events because of the stories he tells, of course. They're engaging. People are so excited to hear them. I mean, the guy's a world record holder, and he's done things that, frankly, nobody else has ever done. So those are always really cool things to hear. But his talk around mindset, his talk around perseverance, these are some things that I think are just really special to me. Colin, though, he's a really authentic guy. Like, he's just a really cool, like, humble guy, and people can relate to that. And I think that that's really important. The other thing is, every presentation he's done for me is I mean, I know it varies, but his deck or his presentation is really immersive. Like, he brings you there. Like, it's not like, hey, I went to Antarctica, or hey, I did this hike. There's footage and pictures and like video of the winds blowing. I mean, you feel like you're with them there. And I know that the audiences that I've had the opportunity to put him in front of, they've really appreciated that experience. I mean, many of my people, many of the people I associate with that Colin's speaking to, they haven't done anything quite that challenging, and he inspires people through the possible mindset to go out there and test it out, and it is transformational. It's changing people's lives. Super inspiring, and Colin is like a modern day superhero.
Colin was amazing. I just couldn't be more grateful for his time to join us. It's hard to digest the adversity that he's overcome and chosen to do. But I'll always walk away with the ones to the 10. And I believe to my core that all growth happens in the troughs. Because we really can't experience the peaks unless we go through those times. So for all of our CEOs, for everyone to kind of hear Colin's testimony of what it takes to overcome adversity, to achieve that greatness, was just so special, and I'm so grateful.
Absolutely, probably the most amazing individual I've ever heard speak. And I reached out to him last night and told him that. I've heard a lot of great speakers, a lot of adventure speakers. His story was different, and it was humbling in that there's no way you could put me in that black box for 1 minute, let alone 7 days. The second I knew that door was unlocked, I'd have been out of there. And that was just one small example of how this young man has literally has found that nothing is impossible. And I think for me, I have probably lived most of my life with boundaries of what's possible versus what's not possible. Colin lives his life very differently. Everything's possible. And so to me, I'm not going to be trying to break any of Colin's records anytime soon, but it did unlock a different mindset and a different, I think, ability to unlock things that I probably didn't even think I was capable of doing.
Probably one of the most interesting talks I've ever heard. And well, like I said, I've been lucky to be around some incredible athletes, people, business people. Never quite heard anything like that.
And man, did he get the event off on the right foot. His energy is contagious. His story is incredible. If you are looking for somebody to bring the motivation, the call to change to your event, reach out and get Colin O'Brady to come deliver.
We had Colin O'Brady come speak at our annual meeting this last year and received nothing but positive feedback on just how engaging and inspiring his talk was. I know I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I also can't speak highly enough of just how easy Colin and his wife Jenna are to work with and getting all the logistics worked out prior to the event. I definitely recommend Colin as a speaker to your next event. It's well worth the investment.
He's so authentic and he's real and he's humble. Like, he has done things that no one else on the planet has ever done, and yet he's just a normal guy. I've gotten to know him a little bit, and he's so kind and present, and I think that it's very rare to find that someone who's achieved such incredible things that you also feel like he's just one of us.
It really resonates to me, even though I'm not doing extreme sport, but I really resonate with my entrepreneurial journeys because it was very similar. You feel like you run a 300 people company, but you're really by yourself. There's so many times that you're solo, right? Many challenges you cannot share to your employees, you cannot share to your parents. You have just to talk to yourself. And also Colin used a good analogy that one day when he wakes up,
there are like 5 other Collins, right, around him, 5 other personalities. And a lot of them is saying negative, saying like, well, we were going to fail, we're not going to make it, etc. And that really also resonated. And, to me, it's the same thing. Many days I wake up, 5 different Vincents say, we're not going to make it. We're going to fail. You're a terrible leader. You can't solve this problem. Why don't you just give up? So it was exactly similar. And then hearing the kind of the head coach and hearing the Admiral talk about, the military experience, it was really the same. It's all about not just conquering external obstacles. I think a lot is conquering the internal obstacles, right? We're just fighting with ourselves. Can we be a better self? And that's the more important part. Conquering external obstacle is not that hard if we can conquer ourselves. So that to me is, everything is correlated. In the end, no matter how mentally tough, how physically tough you are, in the end, right, you are fighting with yourself. So anyway, so I feel that really is a sharing moment for all the three jobs.